Hi, good morning to each and everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the study of Shelani Soriano da Cumos and Marilu Ranyosa Mandruño of the Graduate School from University of Santo Tomas, Manila and from the University of Rizal System, Binangonan, Rizal. Their study is entitled Lexico-Syntactic Features of Beauty Product Warnings in the Philippines. So what's inside my presentation? We have the abstract, introduction, domains of forensic language, liability and product warnings, cosmetics or beauty products, research questions, theoretical framework, the method, we have the research corpus, data analysis, results and discussions, we have the lexical features, which includes the signal words, order of nouns, and from the order of nouns, which includes the concrete and abstract nouns, um, concrete and abstract nouns, pronouns, filled continuum, everyday language, specialized vocabulary, highly specialized words or jargons, and we have the evaluating adjectives, we have the attributive, we have the adverbs, we have the manner, temporal, spatial, modals, syntax, which includes the conditional sentence and the sentence types. And finally, we have the conclusion and the references. So to start with our discussion, let us first discuss the abstract of their study. In the Philippines, the increasing number of issues about beauty product hazards has become an involuntary outrage since mass media exposed the tremors brought by chemical contents in cosmetic items. Under certain circumstances, even if business owners designed and manufactured their products as vigilant and watchful as possible, consumers remain susceptible to a certain degree of risks associated with beauty product use. And as we all know, this study has its practicability and also the viability. The practicability and the viability of upholding consumer safety were made possible as this paper examined 45 beauty product warning texts in the Philippines. And it has a range of linguistic features, such as signal words from Shoy 2008, orders of nouns from Lack of 1987, Lyons 1977, synthetic personalization from Fairclough 1989, tenor and filled continuum from Halliday 1985, attributive adjectives from Marza 2011, manner, temporal, and spatial adverbs were employed to determine the lexical features of warning messages. Using qualitative analysis, the results revealed that cautionary texts may have some lapses on the use of noun abstractness, synthetic personalization, filled continuum, adjectives, and adverbs. Such an investigation brought up the transparency of communicative features of the safety text, and moreover, conditional sentences and the use of declarative and imperative sentences were analyzed, which disclose the manufacturer's practice on anticipating emergencies. The results display significant implications for the product liability law in the country, which can further bridge consumers' vital access to safety, hence bringing to the light the real purpose of product warning text in the mainstream Philippine market. And we have the following keywords for this study. We have the beauty products, consumer safety Lexis, product warnings, and the syntax. As our introduction, among the products available in the market, beauty items are purchased based on personal preferences because consumers assumingly are confident that using such products can help enhance and improve their looks and attractiveness, not only to girls, but not only to women, but also in men. And despite the positive effects of these beauty items, consumers are hardly aware of some people risk associated with the said products. And the manufacturers seem to fail in communicating cautionary messages or risk warnings to the public. Predictably, these warning texts convey lexical and syntactical features that may cognitively affect the purchase decision of the public. And the inclusion of warning labels in cosmetic items are actually a method of business compliance among manufacturers. So it means that um, these warning labels, are actually anchored to the Consumer Act Philippines 1992, which specified that various beauty products classified as cosmetics, which includes our skin care creams, our lotions, what else? Our powders, our perfumes, our lipsticks, um, fingernail and toenail polish, eye and facial makeup, um, our colored contact lenses, our hair colors, our hairsprays, gels, deodorants, hand sanitizer, ano pa ba? Beauty products, bath oils, bubble baths, bath salts, butters, no, if you're using butters, and many other types of products. In the previous years, the Food Drug Authority or FDA in 2015 reported several chemical contents found in beauty products, which is very alarming, specifically in makeup, shampoo, skin whitening lotion, nail polish, and any other personal care products that can cause health risk among consumers. Significantly, these products lack safety information, which may restrain the consumers from making informed decisions before purchasing the products. In this context, this paper aimed to analyze the linguistic features of product warning text found in cosmetics available in the Philippine market, hence helping the consumers make prudent decisions before, during, and after purchasing the said products, which can also, again, beneficial to our Philippine market consumers. Let's start first with the domains of forensic linguistics. The field of legal language is a compilation of several fields. Its scope could be categorized from verbal arguments in a court during a cross examination between a lawyer and a crime witness to uninformed directives given the judiciary members were obliged to bestow a legal action or judgment upon a court case. Likewise, forensic linguistics is applied in analyzing the jargonized terms utilized by legal counsels and other affiliates during a legal consultations, and examining the different uses of language. The people involved in this forensic linguistics are employing both speaking and writing. Why these people interact in various ways, and what is accomplished through such inter-exchange manifests the multifold correlation of forensic linguistics. And as an example of Heffer's 2008 study of the language of jury instructions from courtroom judges comparing English and Welsh courts to those in the United States said that it is more understandable to the jurors and it ensures obedience, maybe because of the tone of the forensic linguistics, which has the obedience to the law, which employed pattern instructions. And um, by by this earlier book, Language Crimes, this forensic linguistics is used, or it includes physically nonviolent crimes of bribery, solicitation to murder, sex solicitation, business fraud, selling or purchasing stolen property, perjury, threatening, and any other offenses. These are both written and spoken language entail textual tenets that serve as strong evidence in court. In the aforementioned perspectives, it can be assumed that a forensic linguistics is required in product liability law suits. Evidently, the language of warning text enables us to interconnect of the two gigantic genres of marketplace. We have the law and the business. The common aspect of language such as words, spellings, phrases, syntactic structures, and even punctuations can be evaluated in uh, examining warning texts, which basically fall under the product liability and in the domains of forensic linguistics. Now, let's discuss the liability in product warnings. This liability is a law in the Asia Pacific region, and it is characterized by diversity and various warning standards and studies have been completed in previous years. And many of these studies have significant findings in the analysis of product warnings. And in the the manufacturers comply with their duty to warn our market about the potential product liability case and also the adequacy and the inadequacy of the product, and also the claim to product warning, and also to the duty of the product manufacturer to present an adequate or sufficient warning to the customers or to the Philippine market. And these are the importance of analyzing language, which lead us linguists to conduct a data-driven study, hence assessing the correctness and adequacy of safety warnings in consumer products and mainly avoiding predictable hazards. These are the following importance. A warning is explicit when it informs a consumer on what to do or what to avoid, the product related hazards, and the consequences of unsafe behavior of in the terms, no, in the injuries. Such as variables such as these terms, such as the perceived hazardousness, perceived severity of the injury, intended compliance, comprehension, and recall of the warning are considered measured, hence producing explicit warnings that are better understood and remembered. And based on the requirements of the American National Standard or the ANSI, the Consumer Act of the Philippines adopted the following requisites for including the warning labels on customer product. Number one, notify the product user of existing dangers. Number two, let the consumer learn the gravity of the risk engaged with a particular product. And number three, notify the consumer of the consequences of the risk and tell how to keep away from it. Now, let's discuss the definition of cosmetics or beauty products. It's kind of this is a kind of ironic now that this study nagkanto siya sa akin, which I to be honest, I don't know of these things now. I don't know more about cosmetics. I don't know more about beauty products. But this study actually reflects that um, these things are quite harmful, quite harmful to our environment, which actually our health groups known as the Eco Waste Coalition safeguard this waste and environmental concerns, no? Which as Filipinos, no, we use these things, but we do not know how to dispose it properly. We don't know how this product can create injuries or can create things outside or inside our body. No? And um, and speaking of the chemical safety and the healthy lifestyle, this coalition or this eco waste coalition actually sees that the very moment when we use unlicensed cosmetic products, definitely um, more and um, more things will eventually happen to our bodies, will eventually happen to our environment. And this product were actually declared unsafe and carried imminent danger to the consumers. And this is the very important thing in this study is that um, this study is intended to rob, pour, or to spread in the minds of the consumers that these beauty products or these cosmetics um, can actually have positive and negative effects in our body. And thereof, just like for example, if you have cleansing, if you have beautifying, if you have products that promotes attractiveness, yes, it can benefit your body, but at the same time, you don't know how does these products can affect the external factors aside from your body, no, aside from your body, it how these products cause bad things in our environment. That's why the very most important aspects that we need to answer in this study are these research questions. No? These research questions can eventually deemed as significant in our health communication information, which is again very beneficial in all aspects, no? In all aspects in our life, since health also talks about life. To delve into the adequacy issues of existing product warning texts, this research posits the question number one: what are the lexical and syntactic features of beauty product warnings in the Philippines? Such an inquiry brings to the four significant implications for the adequacy requirements of product warnings, realizing the vitality of cautionary text for consumers. And for our theoretical framework, language serves as an important tool in attaining and sustaining effective communication. And according to Choi 2005, communication vitalizes the amount of assigned data transmitted to product consumers. And take note, this paper highlights the product warning as the message, which is a vital point of information that product manufacturers planned for dissemination. Several researchers of product warnings affirm that product cautionary text should include four legal elements. Number one, we have the signal word. Number two, the hazard statement. Number three, the statement of consequences. And number four, instructions for avoiding hazard, which is according to Boyles, 2004, Heaps and Henley, 1999, Sanders and McCormick, 1993. Such contents are linked with readability, comprehension, recall, and of course the level of safety. And priming to two important points of analysis, looking at um, looking at those things at a micro level, focus on the investigation of the lexical features, while in the macro level, concentrated on the syntactical attributes of beauty product warnings. In terms of lexical features, in the lexical features, we have the use of noun entities. Take note, the use of noun entities, as adapted by Lakoff, highlights the significance of using nouns on cognitive linguistics, looking at the first order of nouns, such as concrete, second order, such as abstract, and the third order as purely mental phenomena. Method. This research employed a textual evaluation of the linguistic features of beauty product warnings in the Philippines. The complete description of these linguistic features, particularly on product manufacturers, are we have the word choice, was tallied applying frequency and percentage tools. Research corpus. Beauty products, otherwise known as cosmetics, serves as the study corpus. These consumers items are manufactured to enhance and improve the facial and skin features of product users. In general, working mothers, young lady professionals, female college students, and even housewives use these products. No? This is in a general patronage kind of thing. No? Beauty products. This is used by basically women, no? Women in all kinds of aspects. And the specific beauty products under study were selected based on a survey conducted among 45 mothers who visited drug and grocery stores to purchase their top beauty product needs, which are shown in Table 1. We have the Table 1, surveyed mothers, top beauty product needs. We have the baby powder, facial cleanser, facial wash, lotion, lipstick, lip gloss, breast powder. As part of the ethical consideration of the study, the brands and company names of product manufacturers were masked. Each product warning was coded, thus BP was used to refer beauty products, while number 1 and so on was assigned to each product based on the arrangement of warnings in the analysis of the research corpus. Based on the survey, only 45 warnings were collected and counted because there have been a limited number of beauty products manufactured in the Philippines. And now let's proceed to the data analysis. This present research was premised to the study of Choi on the adequacy issues of product warnings and on several examples of linguistic consultation in civil cases, and utilizing the qualitative method of research in analyzing the adequacy of beauty product warnings in the mainstream Philippine markets. Each text was examined based on the lexical features such as our signal words, nouns, synthetic pronouns, field continuum, adjectives, and adverbs. The adequacy issues of um, product warnings were given importance, specifically in promoting comprehension alongside with our consumer safety. To further investigate the linguistic attributes of beauty product warnings, syntactic features were likewise examined, particularly the conditionals and sentence types. In processing the data, frequency and percentage counts were computed because the aim of the present study was to ascertain the lexical and syntactical features of product warning text. The researchers did not utilize complex statistical tools. For our results and discussions, first we have the lexical features. Beauty product warnings are written using lexical categories that convey a set of values, particularly the product manufacturer's intent of providing safety information. Such features contain actionable data that may impact consumers' healthcare. Second, we have in the lexical features we have the signal words. In warning the consumers, an alert lexicon is placed before the main text to establish awareness among product users. The table 2 below um, presents the signal words examined in the study. And we have there signal words used in beauty product warnings. Signal word, we have warning, caution, precaution, warning and precaution, important. According to Woolgalter, Jarrard, and Simpsons, the standards usually recommend the terms danger, warning, and caution to measure the scale of hazard from highest to lowest levels in identifying the degree of hazard's gravity, and designated three color coded signal words to alert the consumers. We have the danger, color red, an impending hazardous event that will end in serious injury or death. Warning, color orange, a potential hazardous circumstance that may end in serious injury or death. Caution, yellow, a potentially hazardous condition that could end in moderate or slight injury. The present study examined the validity of these guidelines. Hence, this paper analyzed the use of these alert lexicons in the Philippine context. Just like any other country, the Philippines product warnings common is common among the beauty products, and the common terms that we usually use is caution, as it was incurred in 20 or 44 occurrences in the corpus, followed by warning with 11 or 25%. Precaution attained the incidence score of 6 or 13%, while both alert lexicon combinations such as warning and caution and warning and precaution were significantly identified with 1 or 2% occurrence. The use of important was noted with 1 or 2% occurrence. We have the following examples of labels. Caution, flammable, contents under pressure, do not puncture or incinerate container. Do not expose to heat or high temperature. Avoid use of broken or irritated skin. Avoid spraying on eyes, nose, mouth, or ears. Warning: not to be used for children under 3 years of age. The sample corpus illustrates the misuse or inappropriateness of signal words, such as in baby powder number 13 uses the word caution, but the gravity of its content is more serious when compared with baby powder number 20, huh, which only highlights the must not users of the product. Again, this is in contrary to the standard of utilizing the signal words. Now we have from B compared to B13 to B20. Now the most important thing that we need to take a look at is the how the degree or how the degree of these signal words can actually illustrates, how this inappropriateness of signal words are being used. Another set of alert lexicons is classified as double signal words, such as we have warnings and precautions, not to be used for children under 3 years of age, avoid contact with eyes. Warning and caution. If eye contact occurs, wash out promptly and thoroughly with water. If severe or prolonged signs and symptoms of scalp irritation, skin discomfort, or other undesirable effects occur association with the use of permethrin shampoo, it should be brought to the attention of a doctor or a pharmacist. The results imply the manufacturers of cosmetics are not certain about the value of appropriateness signal words to be utilized, such as in the signal of BP number 10 may signal that the manufacturer aim at providing a warning before product use, while in BP number 9 intended to give a heavier warning prior to using the product. The manufacturers express their strong desire to warn the public about the projected risk. However, this can further lead to uncertainty or confusion among Filipino consumers because the meanings conveyed by the signals words seem unclear to product users. And in an attempt to warn the consumers, another signal word was identified. And this signal word is important, no? And this is the how it is done. No? Important. If eye is irritated or infected, or if you scratch your eye, see the given extra signals of important. No? The manufacturer attempts to soften the tone of the warning signal. On the other hand, the term important implies essential or essentiality, which reflects the manufacturer's intention to get the attention of consumers. However, such a degree of the alert signal may be weak in tone. It was likewise noted that 5 or 12% of the corpus included important as a signal word in their product. Next, we have order of nouns. Nouns, commonly described as names of places, people, and objects, contribute to the specificity issues of product warnings. And we have the following observations were weighed up to determine various concerns confronting the warning discourse of beauty products. First, we have the concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns include people, animals, places, and objects that could be seen, heard, smelled, or touched. On the other hand, abstract nouns acquaint to something with which a consumer cannot physically interact because it refers to a quality, a concept, an idea, or an event. In analyzing the corpus, cognitive linguistics, which underscore the ontology of noun entities, was applied, specifically in Lyons 1977, peculiarity of the first three orders of nouns. The summary of results is shown in Table 3. These are the summary of the beauty product warnings order of nouns in terms of concreteness and abstractness. We have we have specificity of nouns. We have the concrete, abstract, order of nouns. You have first, second, third. The frequency of the concrete or the first order of nouns is 13, and percentage is 29%. Abstract second, 7, 16%. Abstract third, 6 or 13%. These are classified as the first order entity. The following is an abstract. Here's an example. The following is an extract of concrete nouns found in local beauty product warnings. We have caution, do not apply on wounded skin and avoid areas near the eyes and mouth. Do not apply on thinner skin, armpits, and underarm to prevent irritation. If redness or swelling appears, discontinue use. Do not use with other exfoliating products. Labeled as the first entity as a concrete noun, now we have also the second and third order entities, which is referred to as an abstract noun. Now compared to the first one, to the concrete nouns, we have there the concrete words used. No? And also in the second, we have the following. The former includes events, processes, and states of affairs located in time. The second order entity of noun is believed to occur or take place or rather to exist. And we have the following extract. Precautions. Do not use if skin peeling has redness, scratches, cuts, abrasions, or with irritations. Do not use to dye eyebrows or eyelashes. It may cause allergic reactions. Not for children below 3 years of age. Keep out of children. It may contain phenylenediamine. Oh my God. Color result may vary depending on the current state of hair. Now imagine the terms used here. My goodness. No? In in this label, the first order entity as concrete nouns, which refer to persons, objects, and animals and other organisms situated in space or in hold reasonable and unvarying perceptual properties. As such, the present study categorized concrete nouns. In the first entity, the study found that 29% of the corpus utilized concrete nouns for specificity purposes. No? Specificity purposes, since they bring some expected combinations of purposes, such as in cosmetics, which aims to improve the overall beauty of consumers. No? These beauty products likewise are commonly applied to specific parts of the face and the body and in any skin type. The results of this study revealed that commonly used concrete nouns in beauty products which indicate specific parts of the consumer's body that should be handled with care when using the products, no? Such as in skin peeling, which can cause redness, scratches, cuts, abrasions, or irritations, no? And also the use of dye eyebrows or eyelashes that can cause allergic reaction. Such provide hints among the consumers on what and where to avoid unnecessary application of the products, hence promoting safety in using cosmetic items. The terms redness, scratches, that's what I've mentioned kanina, cuts, abrasions, and irritations suggest a state of affairs such as a very painful feeling, now which may happen once the consumer improperly used the product. Such common eye injuries such as redness, abrasions, or irritation could require immediate treatment or surgery to prevent permanent eye damage resulting in the vision loss. And 7 or 16% occurrences of the second order entity of the nouns in the corpus suggests that the statement of hazards or side effects in beauty products are inadequate among warning texts. Hence, the inclusion of nouns in second orders entity may imply the consumer's acceptance or avoidance of risk. And 6 or 13% occurrences were obtained from the corpus that indicate the identity of the difference concepts, which is perceived as similar or opposite to being or simply the same. Next, we have the pronouns. The pronouns, according to Stratus, Kaufman, and Stern, pronoun is a word that replaces a noun, such as I, me, he, she, herself, it, that, they, each, few, and you, addressing the message to either a listener or a reader. Generally, the second person pronoun you and the possessive pronoun your are typically used in beauty product warnings. No? When manufacturers use such as pronoun, they tend to speak or communicate with the product users. This manner of addressing people on a single or individual basis is referred to as synthetic personalization from Fairclough and et al. These synthetic personalization is a method of addressing the mass audience or our consumers as if they were individuals through the use of inclusive language. This form of addressing the warning text to the product users is observed in the following extracts. Important. If the eye is irritated or infected, or if you scratch your eye with the applicator, do not use this or any other eye cosmetic and consult an ophthalmologist, eye doctor immediately. Another example, precaution. The most common side effect of retinoid is irritation. Retinoid exfoliate your skin from the inside out, and during the process, your skin can become extra sensitive. However, side effects from retinoid can be minimized. 2 or 4% or 45% or 45 beauty product warnings employed the direct addressing to consumers, which is the use of the pronouns. In the end, the pronoun you serves as the generic address to the product consumers or users. Thereby, it is an informal type of speech and writing. And we also have the field continuum. Now we are done with the nouns. We have the abstract and the concrete nouns. Also, we have the pronouns. And now we have the field continuum. Since Halliday in 2003 claims that language is multidimensional, to understand registers to realize its relationship to such dimension, Halliday introduced the field continuum, which provided important points and implications. And we have the following field continuum. We have the everyday language, specialized vocabulary, highly technical words. In the everyday language, 82.22% is used. No? Specialized vocabulary, 6%, 6.66% only, and highly technical words, 11.11% only. We have the everyday language. Now, the everyday language is tagged by Holiday as a common language. No? It is use of ordinary and familiar words. That's the very basic thing that we need to know about everyday language. And we have the example. No? Caution, content is flammable. Do not use near flames or while smoking. Avoid spraying in eyes. Keep out reach of the children. The result implies that a beauty product warning text tend to effectively communicate its purpose, and it uses everyday language such as content is flammable, do not use near flames or while smoking. It is very common to all. It is an everyday language. Next, we have the specialized language, which is 6.66% no, of the things that we need to know. And here we have the example. We have the use of, or we just read the sign. Precaution. The most common side effect of retinoid is irritation. Retinoid exfoliate your skin from the inside out, and during process your skin can become extra sensitive. However, side effects from the retinoid can be minimized. Caution: flammable contents under pressure. Do not puncture or incinerate container. Do not expose to heat or to high temperature. Here we used the term retinoid, which is used to refer to a set of substance that can boost vitamin A in the body and serves for special purpose. For special purpose in this specialized vocabulary in this sign. And also, we have the use of exfoliate. No? Naka-underline siya. The use of exfoliate. The meaning of exfoliate, it means removing the surface of the skin. And we also use puncture and incinerate. These are verbs commonly known as destroy and burn. Respectively, these terms or the context of the study are considered specialized vocabulary. No, these terms are actually called a specialized vocabulary because it is only intended for a specialized kind of sign or statement. No? Which the context of this study are this product warning are highly specialized for this product alone, which includes 6.66% of the field of continuum for beauty product warnings. Next, we have the highly specialized words or jargons, which includes 11.11%. Coinciding with the scientific discourse, highly specialized language is described as professional jargons, no, in according to Holiday. and likewise covers product warnings. And we have here the example. Precaution: do not use if skin is peeling, has redness, scratches, cuts, abrasions, or with irritation. Keep out of children. It may contain phenylenediamine, or color result may vary depending on current state of hair. And these terms, jargons, these highly special words or jargons, we usually see this in, we usually know this as medical terms, no? Medical terms, which is highly, again, highly specialized or highly used in medical fields, no? Kumbaga, this field of continuum can actually can actually have very important terms, no? Which us normal people, these highly special words or jargons, which us normal people cannot understand, no? Kita man siya kataas. No, like for example, I am a teacher and I don't know this kind of terms, but for a medical professional or from to a medical student, these terms are familiar to them because they studied it. They use these jargons in their studies. No? That's why again in the field of continuum, we have the everyday language, we have the specialized vocabulary, and the highly technical words. And most of the product warnings, again, according to our result, most of the product warnings used in the field of continuum uses everyday languages, which is again very practical, no, in the sense that all kinds of people or all walks of life can understand this product warning. Next, we have the evaluative adjectives. Evaluative adjectives convey a more precise communicative purpose in identifying the kind and type of risk that product users face. And this adjective evokes certain aesthetic feelings the consumers might experience when using the product, hence making them aware of the risk at hand. Just like, for example, it may cause irritateness, it may cause hot feeling, it may cause itchy feeling. Uh, That's evaluative adjectives. Attributive. This attributive adjective are positioned before the noun. We have here an example of product warning signal. Warning, caution. If eye contact occurs, wash out promptly and thoroughly with water. If severe or prolonged sign and symptoms of scalp irritation, skin discomfort, or other undesirable effects occur association with the use of permethrin quill shampoo. Notice attributive adjectives again are positioned in before the noun. No, and this made the noun more kinda useful to the product warning because it attributes to what the noun is talking about, or how does this noun or how does this kind of product may harm your body, may have undesirable effect in your body. That's why this attributive adjective is very important in all product warning signals. Next, we have the adverbs, traditionally defined as descriptors of verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Now, adverbs characterize the significance of time, manner, place, degree in product warning text. And let us discuss first the manner. No? Here in the manner, adverbs, English characterizes the informal communication. And here we usually add ly to the manner of adverb. Just like this, no, we have the temporal. No, the temporal. Temporal adverb describes when an action is carried out. And we have the following example. No, we have do not stay too long in the sun, even while using sunscreen product. Too long is an example of an adverbial temporal adverb, which again describes how this action carried out, no, as a time being, not too long, time being of the product. Spatial. Spatial adverb conveys both the notions of the location or place, and these also includes how the movement to the from a place or from a place, no? And most likely the adverb of location accounted for 12 or 27 occurrences in the corpus. And the most common was the use of term external use only, as shown in the following extract. Caution, external use only. Keep out of reach of children. The term external use only was found in 10 or 22% of the corpus, which accounts for a certain part of the human body where the product should be applied. Likewise, eternal use only warns the product users that beauty item cannot be drowned. Next, we have the modals. Generally, literature on linguistics has recognized the communicative intent of using modals, unlike any other categories of product warnings. Modals are infrequently evident in the beauty product warnings under study, similar to other linguistic studies on product warnings. Also, we have the syntax. The syntax, according to Ira Herbert Pearson, syntax refers to the rules by which signs are combined to make statements. And the number one rule here in the syntax are the conditional sentence. This conditional sentence is known as the effect pattern of the construction of the sentence. And we also have the sentence types, no? And here the claim in the sentence types are what we call as the purposes of the sentences, or what we call as the four principal purposes, such as our declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. However, beauty product warnings are a combination of declarative and imperative. Why are we why are they using declarative and imperative? Because the high percentage of pure imperative in the sentence in the product warning conveys the clear intention of the manufacturers in providing necessary information about the do's and don'ts of the beauty products. And these do's and don'ts are evidently the nature of hazard and the possible product risk associated with how are we going to use the items. That's why it is basically a combination of declarative and imperative sentence. And for our conclusion, the investigation of the linguistic features of the beauty product warnings, such as our noun entities, pronouns, specialized and highly technical vocabulary, adjectives and adverbs, modal signal words, indicates the transparency of the communicative features of the warning text. No? And the present study intends to promote the significance of cautionary texts, especially to those who are hardly aware of it. This research may help increase the level of awareness, not only of beauty product consumers, but of course with the legislators and the manufacturers, as well as the how the product warning should be composed and crafted. It is also important in this research is also important with the businesses, no? Players and the legislative personnel to consider the degree on how are they going to choose the choice of language that they are going to use in the product cautionary context. And by doing such things, no, the consumers and can be informed of their decisions before purchasing the beauty products, and they can eventually avoid the health risk associated with the product use. Knowing when the language features of cautionary text can help them equip business players in um, writing a reader-friendly product warning. And in our country's official, also this study can also benefit them because again, to explore more the essential aspects of this research, no, another study can they can give another study about this, but eventually, um, this study can give us how our products can be useful at the same time can be harmful to our body and to our environment. And these are the references that we use in this study, no, the lexicosyntactic features of beauty product warnings in the Philippines. And thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I hope you learned something, no, despite that I'm, no, I'm male and I don't. Most of these things are not familiar to me, no. Most of the beauty products, no, I'm not familiar of these things, but thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I do hope that, again, you learn something from this research. This is very beneficial, not just for ourselves, but of course to our environment. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Have a nice day. Goodbye, everyone.